Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you are all really well and you've had a lovely week. I'm filming this on a Sunday and I can currently hear Mike and River playing outside in the garden. So I'm going to make it fairly short and sweet because I want to go out and join them because the weather is amazing today. And you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I've had a bit of a cold this week. I don't know where it's come from. I think I must have caught it via River through nursery. She went back to nursery last week. But that's why I sound congested. She's fine. Hey. So I've been putting off filming this video because I've sounded worse than this all week, and this is the best I've sounded. I'm going to film it and upload it today. But like I said, I want to get outside in that sunshine because make the most of the weekend, and I mean the weather this weekend has just lifted my spirits so much. Anyway, I hope you're all really well. I hope you've had a good week. Talking about my monthly favourites, what I've loved this month in this very, very short month of February. First up, skincare wise, and there's only one, oh no, there's two skincare things, is a new micellar water. This is from L'Oreal. It's the L'Oreal Paris Revitalift, which is the kind of anti-aging, one of the anti-aging ranges. Replumping micellar water with pure hyaluronic acid. This stuff is so nice. And I am a pretty like loyal Garnier micellar water fan. This has made me switch over for the time being. I feel like I'll probably go in between. It is a little bit more expensive for 200ml, but it's so nice if you have dry skin. I've had super dry skin this past week because you know when you have a cold and you just get dry and horrible. And this has just been so nice. It's got a really interesting texture. I think because of the hyaluronic acid, you will know if you've used hyaluronic acid serum, it kind of has that like a slightly thick texture to it while still being a liquid. It's kind of weird. But I actually use this on my face halo, and it kind of like lathers a little bit as well, which is kind of strange but good in a good way. If you're looking for a new micellar water makeup remover to use kind of before cleansing, I really recommend this. It's really nice and just leaves your skin feeling really hydrated. I also just use this in the morning. Like if I've got clean skin, I don't have makeup on, I will like have a shower, like wash my face in the shower, and then get off any like last bits of like stubborn mascara or whatever with this. Usually I don't have much stuff, but you know, like right underneath your eyes and use it, and it's a really nice step before your skincare in the morning, and then in the evening I'll use it to take my makeup off and then cleanse after. So I really like that. Other skincare discovery, my watch is beeping at me. I put my phone on silent and my watch still beeps. Elemis Pro Collagen Eye Revive Mask. I really liked the old Elemis mask in the tube. I can't remember its exact name. They always have really long names, I always forget. And this one is a newer version. So this is like a gel. It's like a cooling gel. And it is so smoothing, and it really just makes your eyes, if you've got like tired eyes and you're just feeling like, ooh, it just gives you a bit of a perk up. And the other thing I want to say about this, you can put it over makeup, which I didn't realise until the lady from the brand actually told me about it. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. And it doesn't cake up, it doesn't go disgusting. Like when she told me, I was a bit like, does it really? And then I tried it, I was like, yeah, it's true. You can put it over makeup, and it's like throughout the day, if you're just like feeling a little bit tired or parched, or your makeup feels a bit cakey or just drying, you can just literally tap a tiny amount, and it's so good. Moving on to makeup, this will come as no surprise because this was in my full face of first impressions. That's the one. Earlier this month, it's the Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation, super hydrating foundation. It's, let's read it again, tinted glow hydrator, medium coverage up to 24-hour wear. I've been reaching for this every time I put makeup on this month, and it's just so nice, really hydrating, really fresh on the skin. Like I said, I've had quite dry skin, and it's just been so nice, and it wears nicely. It has a beautiful natural looking finish, but still has really good coverage, and it's buildable. So nice. If you're looking for a new foundation and you want something that almost looks like a tinted moisturizer in terms of texture and feel, but you want something with more coverage, then this is it. The shade that I'm using at the moment is light medium, number 40. I started off with a darker shade than this, and I actually sent it to my mum because I thought it would be a better fit for her because she's a little bit more tanned. So that's what I'm using. Other makeup that I've discovered this month, new mascara from Maybelline, the Sky High. This is so good. There have been quite a lot of mascara releases this month. Actually, maybe January, February, there's been quite a lot of mascara releases. Genuinely, this is the best one. The Lancome one is really good. The Victoria Beckham one was okay. There was another one. What was the other one? Oh, the Benefit one. The Benefit one is actually really good, but I would say really similar to this. And this is Maybelline, so it's, you know, affordable and really good. I do love Maybelline mascaras. I think L'Oreal and Maybelline both do mascaras really well, so I wasn't surprised that this was good, but worth it if you're looking for a new mascara and you want a affordable option. That one's really good. Going from great affordable options to the really ridiculously overpriced but still really good. This is the Tom Ford liquid eyeliner, which I've heard loads about in the past, and I've kind of resisted it because it's expensive. It really is expensive, and I got sent this earlier this month, and I was like, wow, I actually see where the hype is coming from, and I would buy this because it is that good. I'm converted back to wearing liquid liner. I go through phases. I go through massive phases with liquid liner. I'm like wearing it every day for a year and then not wearing it for a year, or maybe 6 months or whatever. But I'm either in or out with liquid liner, and this has got me back in. It's double-ended, so one end is slightly longer, slightly thicker nib, and this is like the brush tip, like the brush felt tip type of nib, which is really nice. And then on the other end you have the super fine felt tip, and this is just the best if you want to really like define that point, and you know, it's just really good liquid liner. It lasts really well. It's really black, which sounds stupid because it's a black liquid liner. Obviously it's black, but you know, some of them are a bit kind of watery looking. This is really black. It stays really well, and it's really easy to get a kind of sharp defined look with it. It's also, because you've got that fine tip on the end as well, it makes it a lot easier to do a half flick without kind of getting carried away. I find if I have a thicker nib on my liquid liners, I tend to like end up doing a really thick line because of that, and I also then, it looks weird having it just as a little corner flick or a half flick. Whereas because this is finer, it makes it much easier to do that, like just a little bit on the corner. I really like that. Something that I spoke about in my vlog last week that loads of you have now asked about, my nail varnish, nail polish, whatever you want to call it, that I've been wearing is this, which is Orly Breathable One Step Manicure in Nourishing Nude. I put this on my Instagram stories a couple of weeks ago, and loads of people were asking me about it. This is genuinely like foundation for your nails. I don't know if you guys can see. It just looks so clean and nice. I haven't really been wearing nail varnish for a few years. Like you guys will have noticed maybe if you follow me for a while, I used to wear nail varnish all the time. I've never been like a full convert to gels because I just find it a bit of a faff, and there's nowhere immediately close to me locally because I live in the countryside that is like an easy thing to do, just pop in like once a week, or no, well, not once a week, once every 2 weeks probably. So I've gone through phases where I've done it for a few months and then given up, whatever. Anyway, but I have always been a big fan of nail varnish until I had River, really. And then I think I went through a phase when River was really little of getting gels done pretty consistently, and then I just completely gave up, and I pretty much haven't really worn it since. And then with everything that's happened in the last year, obviously, even if I wanted to get my nails done, I just haven't, and it's just easier. My nails are also in so much better condition not wearing nail varnish. But this has convinced me back into the nail varnish life. It's so good. Like genuinely, it just makes your nails look clean. I also really like my nails short and just neat and clean looking, and it's so nice. If you're looking for a nude, this is like, yeah, I love it. I also wanted to mention pink hair dye, because if you guys, you might not really be able to see anymore because it's only just a hint of pink left. I dyed my hair pink 2 weeks ago, and I meant to actually film it for a reel, but I had an issue with it, and so it never ended up going up, so therefore I never really spoke about what I dyed my hair with, and I have had so many questions about it. I used Bleach London, their super cool colour, like basically their, like, it's, I mean, it says 2 to 30 washes, and I've done 2 washes and it's like this. And if you saw it before, it was like considerably pink. It wasn't like bright pink. The shade that I used was Odd Fuchsia, and it worked really well. It actually leaves your hair feeling amazing. It's basically like a conditioner. I've used loads of pink dyes and coloured dyes in the past, especially this kind of stuff that washes out, and this was really good. I have to say, I think it's a very similar effect to what you would get using Crazy Colour and when you mix it with conditioner, because it feels like that. It feels like you've had a hair mask on when you wash it out. I have these two. I actually have quite a few of the colour. I basically ordered all the colours. I was like, I'm just going to pick which one. I used Odd Fuchsia, and it's kind of like, it's like if these two had a baby, it would probably be that. It's a little bit more of a dirty colour. I feel like this colour now is what the colour would be if I used this rosé, if you get what I mean, because my hair's not super blonde. It's not going to show up like, wow, candy floss. I think it would be like this. I'm tempted to use this next, which is the big pink, which is like the bright pink, because it washes out so fast. Like, I'm quite lucky because my hair's not greasy or oily. I can get away with washing my hair once. I'd say that the right time is once every 5 days. I can push it to 6 or 7 days if I want to, and I've got some good dry shampoo. But yeah, I've washed this twice in 2 weeks, and it's like about here now. But so many of you have been asking. It's like $6.50. You can get it from Cult Beauty, you can get it from ASOS, you can get it from Boots, I think. Yeah, so like really accessible, really affordable, and actually is like a conditioner, and you leave it on for half an hour and then bam, you've got pink hair. And it's not hard to do. So many people are asking me like, you know, oh, did you do it yourself? Was it really hard? Like, no, because you put it all over your hair. Like, you just, you know, as long as you work it in properly and like section your hair and just, yeah, easy peasy. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I quite like this shade where it's like washed out. I do actually quite like it, but there's that awkward phase where probably one wash after this where it's just gonna look like my colour's a bit of a funny colour, like a bit of a funny blonde, whereas this is like a nice little blush rinse to it. But yeah, the other favourite that I wanted to talk about this month that literally has been life-changing for me as an app, and this isn't sponsored, and I have to say this because I've seen so many people I know on Instagram do sponsored posts for this app. I actually discovered it through a couple of my friends who did sponsored posts for it, and I'm completely obsessed. It's Readly, so it's a magazine app. I think I got 2 months free because I signed up through a link from one of my friends, but like not because I'm their, like not because I know them, because they're Instagrammers and like I use their link. And then I think it's like $7.99 or $8.99 a month. But basically it allows you to access like every single magazine ever. And I've never been, this is what the app looks like when you're in it. I've never been into reading magazines on my phone, reading magazines on a laptop. I don't actually have an iPad. Mike does and River does, so like I could use theirs. I feel like it's best on an iPad, but I've been doing this on my phone. I've never been into it before. I find it really like kind of irritating. I like having something to physically flip through, but equally I don't really buy magazines anymore, especially because most of the magazines I want to buy are homeware magazines, and they're so expensive. So they're like, you know, £5-6 a magazine. I'm like, oh, I don't really know. But this allows you to sign up. You can get, it's basically like every single magazine. They also have international magazines, so you can read like the US version of the magazines if you want. I have like, so my favorite ones, I have like Grazia, Stylist, Vogue, Country Life, House and Garden, Homes and Gardens, Women's Health, World of Interiors, Country Living, Glamour, a couple of parenting ones, Marie Claire, Period Homes, like basically homewares, beauty, and the occasional bit of parenting and travel. And I can read them all for that amount, and Mike gets a profile as well included in my fee, so he doesn't have to pay. Mike actually had digital subscriptions to like 5 magazines a month anyway. Like, Mike does read digital magazines, so he is obsessed with this too. The subscription deal that I signed on to, I think, was $7.99 a month. So worth it, so good, and actually means that even, you know, if you have one of those moments where you sit down with a cup of coffee and maybe you've got a magazine by your bed that you've been meaning to read, you don't even have to like think, oh, I'll go and get it and go upstairs get it. I can literally spend like 2 minutes, if I have 2 minutes having a coffee, just flick through a magazine, and actually I'm reading magazines, like, and I haven't done for such a long time, because a lot of the time also when I would buy them, they would sit there unread for ages, and then I would read them and then I'd get distracted or whatever. But it's so good. It saves your place for you. It shows you when you finish reading them, all that kind of stuff. So you can literally pick out favorites, download them. It's great. Love it. Anyway, that is it for my monthly favourites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said at the beginning, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. And if you are here in the UK, I know like you guys are all over the shop, but if you are here in the UK, I hope you've been enjoying the sunshine. If you're not, I hope you have some sunshine soon, because it's really like, it's got a real vibe this week of like spring is coming, and I'm loving it. I'm so excited because it's just nice. A bit of sunshine is just nice, isn't it? So yeah, hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.